Oh boy, do I have a doozy of a video for you today. Hey, hi, what's up? It's Maxie. Uh, it's been like 2 weeks since I made a video for this channel, and that's partially because a lot of the bosses are really spoilery. And I don't want to I don't want to spoil anything yet, but also because I had 3 commissions that I had to take care of. Shout out to the people that hired me. I had a lot of fun working on your stuff. Thank you for being understanding and easy to work with. I hope you like your artwork, and I hope you weren't just telling me that you liked it because you were afraid to tell me that to change things. So, I hope that isn't the case. I always hope that isn't the case, but that's not why I'm here today. Today is a story time video with Maxie. That means I'm gonna ramble. That means I'm gonna talk about something that's been bugging me for like the last week and a half. Um, so we're gonna use Anomaly Arbitration for this because I think it's the mode that will go on the longest and allow me to win. We're not gonna get all stars on it. I'm not a super whale, baby. I'm a dolphin. I'm a pink dolphin, if you will. But my point is, we're gonna let it fly. We're gonna let the game do what it do, and we're gonna watch how unfair arbitration is while we talk about some of the unfairness of life. You feel me? So shake your booty to a seat. Maybe get yourself a soda or a coffee or a pastry. I don't know. I like them cheese danishes from Panera. They're really good. But like, get yourself a snack. Sit down, and I'm gonna tell you about some next level BS. Okay? Cool. I'm glad we had this conversation. If you click off this video, I will not judge you one little bit. Okay. So, we're going to go in here. I'm going to show you my teams. We're going to do nights 1 and 2, because I think the third one is still a spoiler, and that's Finon's territory. So, we don't worry about him. That's the only one with 3 stars. But this one is going to be Sparksy, Yaoguang, the Dahlia, and Aventurine. And you think, wow, you have 2 fire characters here. What's going on? Well, first of all, nobody has their signature light cone except Aventurine. That's likely part of the problem. And you think that this fight is for relation characters. It's not. It's for Firefly, which will never happen on this account or this channel. So it is what it is. And you aren't playing this mode for Jades anyway, so it's not that big a deal, right? Yeah, totally. So we're gonna go in, and I'm gonna read you what's going on with this boss. Ally targets initially obtain 2 stacks of this effect. It's called Confinement, with each stack decreasing their own damage by 10%. This effect cannot be dispelled, and 1 stack is removed after each ultimate is used. Lovely, right? So this mode is for super whales. But we're here to talk about something going on in my life, and it's petty and it's dumb, and I need to talk about it. So here we go. So, like, maybe one of you understands that I have a second channel, and it's about anime and manga, collecting figures and fandom stuff and all of that funness. But when you collect things, you also have to sell things when you fall out of love with them, or else you're just going to be like in the next episode of Hoarders. You feel me? So I've been selling stuff over there, and just trying to make a little extra money on the side. One of those things that I was selling over there on Mercari was Pokemon cards, because I don't collect anymore. Cards have gotten too hard to find, they're too expensive, and just I've outgrown it. Like I've been outgrown from it for like over like 15 years now. But I figured I have some rare cards, so I'll list them and see what I can get for them. I checked their prices on the Rare Candy app, the Leonhard app, and listed them vaguely in that ballpark, and people can make offers. So I list a certain card, full RDX, from, I think it was like a 2013 set. It's pretty old now. But around like maybe midnight to 1 o'clock in the morning, I get a DM from somebody over there asking me if I had any other full art EXs, which are ultra rare, by the way, for those of you not in the know. If I had any others from that set. And I said, okay, I don't know, I'll go look. I go look at my inventory and I tell him what I have. It seems a little strange to me, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt because he seems nice enough and he's not rude about it, so fine. I come back and I tell him, and one of them is really, really rare, apparently, but that's the one that he wanted. And I said, okay, so we haggle out a price, and we agree upon 250 bucks, which is about what it goes for ungraded. And the grading system is absolutely insane. More incel behavior that has made things less fun for other people, essentially. But we agree on 250 bucks. I make the listing. I take pictures, like zoomed in, pristine pictures, so you can see that this card has been in a binder for years. It was never played. Just, you know, no tears, no bending, nothing. Like new. So he asks me for a couple other pictures. I take them because I figure, hey, that's a lot of money, so I take the pictures and I show him. So he buys it. I take it to the post office the next day. Now, he specifically asked me in the DMs for a sleeve and a top loader, which I was just kind of like, yeah, duh. Because you're not gonna just send a card through the mail like it's in a birthday card, right? You're gonna put it in a plastic penny saver sleeve and then put it inside a hard top loader to protect it, like a hard plastic top loader, right? So I put it in that and I wrap the thank you note around it, which is like a post-it note that says thank you so much for your support or something silly like that, right? So I wrap that around the top loader and then I go and I put it in a bubble mailer. Now, a bubble mailer, for those not in the know, is a bubble wrap infused envelope. Squishy. Perfect for sending things that, you know, are of the fragile nature. So there's no way this thing is escaping. So I mail it out to him, I give him his tracking number, everything seems cool. 2 or 3 days later, it gets to him, and I have a DM that says, we have a problem. There's hairs on the back of this card and some white specks. Now, first of all, that sounds like BS, but I go, oh my god, I'm so sorry, right? Because I want to give this guy the benefit of the doubt. I can't give him my email because Mercari doesn't allow that. Mercari's DM system is so specific that you can't put links in it, you can't allude to emails, you can't allude to other websites, nothing. And I understand why they do this, because it's to keep people safe from, you know, just random people sending, you know, pictures of their crotches or something. But it's also really inconvenient and very, very, very difficult to communicate when you might need to send extra pictures or, you know, just making a deal. It makes making the deal even harder, even though it's for safety, because since when has that ever been an issue? But, okay, so in order to show me, the guy makes a listing on his own account. Now, I checked him out before I even sold to him. Like, I saw that he had decent reviews from both buyers and sellers, and he seemed to be selling just has-been hotel merch. Maybe a couple Funko Pops, too. I didn't think there was anything weird about it because he had all 5-star reviews from everybody. There weren't any negative reviews at all. But the pictures that he posts are of a copy of the same card, but it's not my card. Okay, like, I know it's not my card because the tears on the back that he's talking about generally can only come from playing the card game, from, you know, shuffling your cards or flipping them over constantly. Just, there was no way. My pictures do not reflect this. Unless it, like, leapt out of the top loader and, like, scraped itself on the pavement through the bubble mailer, there is no way in hell this possibly could have happened, right? So, I don't answer him right away. I go to Reddit, and I look around, and sure enough, there are several instances of people complaining about how on Mercari, people will buy cards for a specific price, receive it, and then complain about damaged cards or whatever in the mail, and get their money back, and then send a damaged copy back while keeping the pristine one. Huh? Seems a little strange. And then, I go look at the guy's profile, and he strangely has binders of rare Pokemon cards listed, all full arts, like some are trainers, some are Pokemon, just, you know, just different sets, different stuff, for exorbitant prices. That also seems very odd to me. So and sure enough, he requests a refund and sends me a DM that says, well, this is just see what you want to do about this and see if you want the card back. as if Mercari isn't already processing the refund. So I go to them. Their customer service is absolutely abysmal and terrible, and I had already known that they have a tendency to side with buyers no matter what happens, and they just always pretend like the seller is lying. But I go to their email and I send them an email that details everything that happened. I itemized everything. I took screenshots of our conversations. I took screenshots of like my card, pictures of my card, pictures like that he sent me, his listings, everything. They still side with him. They get back to me like maybe an hour and a half later and tell me, "We're sorry, we're going to side with the buyer, essentially, and the card should be on its way to you." So I refute the refund again. And I tell the guy, "I'm sorry, I think this is a scam, and I will be fighting this. I will be taking action against this." So he decides to try and gaslight me, and I'll get to that after I read what this stupid boss is about. This is a boss that you think, oh, Pollux, it's for Castoris. Only if you have Evernight and Cyrene, which I do not. And she gets 1 star with this fight. Archer gets 1 star with this fight. I don't care anymore because wait till you see these handicaps. You get depowered. When entering combat, reduces ally targets' energy by 50% and decreases their energy regeneration by 50% outside of their turn for 2 turns. And then Taunting Plus. Enemy target takes immediate action after being attacked 5 times. This tally resets at the start of the enemy target's turn. Yucky. But yeah, so the guy comes back to me and he tries to gaslight me. He says, "Do you really think I would go all that trouble if I didn't, and do you think that I wouldn't try to get the original card that I messaged you over to?" And I was just like, yeah, I kinda do. And in terms of wanting the card back, sir, I genuinely do not care what you do, because either way, I will not be getting my card back. Because the way I see it, I will either be getting a damaged card back that was mine, but I can't sell it anymore, or I'll be getting a damaged decoy back that I still cannot sell, and you will be keeping the pristine one to have it graded and make a profit off me. So he gets mad and he says, "Well, I'll wait to hear back from you anyway." And just there's a bunch of BS that I took screenshots of, like just all of his chat messages are starting to seem more and more like BS. So I go to Reddit and detail the situation, asking advice because because there's always people on the Mercari Reddit talking about terrible experiences they've had, and I just wanted to see what they would say. So one person told me that it definitely seems like a scam, I'm not wrong, and that I should go to the FBI IC3 to file a complaint and give them all the information. So I did that. I'm pretty sure I let the guy know in DM that I did that too. As soon as that happened, he told me that he saw my Reddit post. So he apparently hangs out there. He was stalking my Reddit post. He took all of his Pokemon listings down, and as of like yesterday, he changed his online handle on Mercari. So they sent me an email back after the second refute and told me that they still sided with him and that the card should be returned to me soon. It should arrive at my home soon. I told them if it arrives at my home soon, because I have no way of knowing if he will ever send it back. I think he's just gonna keep it either way. I don't care at this point. But, they don't seem to care that he's done all of these things. I have photo evidence of all of the changes. They don't care about that either. So apparently, like, my advice for Mercari is to not sell anything over $80. But it gets better. It gets better. I took my bigger listings off of Mercari and went to eBay. Now, eBay sucks because eBay, it takes forever to sell your stuff, but also if your stuff sits there too long, they start charging you for it sitting there. But I put some stuff up there. I'll take it down after a couple days if it doesn't sell. Got an offer for one thing, which is about $400 because it's a rare figure that you don't see too many of. It's a character that you don't see too much merch of. But I have it listed for about $400. They make an offer to me, but their account has no reviews, no profile picture, nothing. Nothing to suggest that there is a human being behind this whatsoever. But the message they send me is, Send a short video of the item to this mysterious phone number to ensure that you actually have the item that is listed, and include a post-it note with the amount that I offered you on it. Obviously a scam. So I decline that, and they delete their account immediately afterward. So eBay, I don't know if their protections are any better. I doubt it if that's what's going on, but that's been a lot of fun. But to add insult to injury, I still have the receipt for the card. So I go to file a claim to get the insurance for it at post office online. I just went to check that the status of that claim because it was under review a couple days ago. I went to go look at my claim, and I know I filled this out, but for some reason on the claim form, the payment information for the recipient or for who this, like, you know, insurance should go to is blank. I don't know why it's blank. I don't know how it's blank, but they might send the money to him too. Ain't that good? Ain't that nice? Ain't it great? I'm out a card. I'm out $250. I may have a bad review on my Mercari account sooner or later. I have no way of telling them if the card ever got here, because they could always just say, oh, well, you're lying. You could always just say that the card never arrived. No, it never arrived because he might just keep it anyway. At this point, I don't care. But it's been going on for a week and a half. I'm afraid to list anything further on Mercari in general. There's somebody interested in buying the $400 figure over there too, but I told them to just let me know when they're ready, because like this person has over 700 reviews. I think they're probably legit, but that's neither here nor there. Their customer service, I think, is just run by bots, because I think that they don't care at all. They're not interested. They'll just let thieves get away with highway robbery. I have no interest in selling Pokemon cards, that's for sure. Anything Pokemon related, because the community is just like, I mean, it's been rancid ever since 2020 with the Paul brothers with their Pokemon cards. Just prices have skyrocketed. The Poketubers like Deep Pocket Monster and all that have popularized like the monetization of Pokemon, I think, whether they intended to or not. That goes for Leonhardt as well. But it's pretty disgusting right now. That's why we have like scalpers, like middle-aged millennials going to stores and buying out all the stock so they can sell it at a high markup, and why kids can't collect Pokemon cards anymore. I think it's all absolutely asinine and awful, and I just don't really want to be a part of that community anymore, man. Even the games, like, they're not fun anymore because they're like, the Pokemon company's just cranking out games and they're not caring to polish them. So it's sad all around. It's kind of soured me on the whole thing a whole lot, and just I don't know. Maybe Poshmark, maybe Depop are better places to sell. I'm gonna have to look into that, because eBay is a crapshoot, dude. It's just absolutely garbanzo beans. But until then, I'm still on Mercari, tentatively, and just, I don't know. Especially when it comes to selling bigger figures. Not that I'm interested in getting rid of, like, well, I don't know if you've seen the video. Like, I collect, primarily I collect Attack on Titan, Levi stuff. But, like, there's other things, and, I don't know. I don't want to get ripped off again, and I'm paranoid now. So, and what sucks is, this is the first time I've had a bad experience. Period. Like, between buyers and sellers, I've got good reviews from both. Like, this is the first time I've had to deal with just a LOL poopy face weenie butt jerk. And may that guy's fast food order always be wrong. May he run nothing but red lights, or be stuck at, no, don't run red lights. I don't want him to die. But may he forever be stuck at red lights. With bubble guts. May he forever drink the KFC Pepsi, which, by the way, I did get food poisoned this week by KFC Pepsi with no ice in it. That's another story for another time. But, yay, we got 1 star for all that effort. Delicious. Ain't it great? We're gonna skip night 3 because it's spoiler boss. But, also it's fine on. You know he's just gonna obliterate it anyway. So, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble. about that. I'm sorry it's not a real video. There will be a real video soon though because Apocalyptic Shadow resets in like 2, 3 days, so we'll probably do that if it's not full of spoilers. Imaginarium Theater resets on the first in Genshin, so we might do that. And Spiral Abyss is really, really toxic right now, but I can do it, so let me know if you'd like to see it. Uh, I don't know. I also really want to get back to Yakuza. I just haven't had time to invest in it because when it comes to Yakuza, I have to write out an itinerary and a plan for what we're gonna do because there's so much to do in that game. So, yeah, that was my week. It was good otherwise. It was nice. I got my stickers back. I made stickers for my coffee shop of like spacemen, little aliens, and haven't sold any yet though. So people told me how much they liked the designs, but they didn't want to buy them. Ain't that just how life goes? Oh well, it's just you can't get mad about it. You can't cry about it. So maybe if in the comments let me know about some of the dumb things going on in your life, and we can just sit here together, avoiding the KFC Pepsi, and hope for a better week next week. So yeah, I'm gonna get about. Thank you again, and I really wish I knew what this video was. Bye.